Welcome to the Margin Business Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. In this episode, we got Dejan Skelegia. Dejan is the co-founder of the BoostSocial.com, a company that specialized themselves on Amazon DSP. Welcome, Dejan. Today we got Dejan. Dejan, I hope I say your name correctly. Dejan or Dejan?
Yeah, Dejan. It's where I was born. Slovenia, it's called Dejan, but yeah, in USA they usually call me Dejan. In Spain they call me Dejan. So it's
okay, really, yeah, okay, I know. The Spanish always, they have their own way saying. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we're here today to talk about you, what you're doing, your professional life, your career, and everything what turns around entrepreneurship. Because at some point, you checked out from the normal world. I called it always the normal world, and then went into the entrepreneurial world. And yeah, just tell us a little bit about the early days, if we can find something of your parents, maybe entrepreneur or anything in that kind. So let's begin in your hometown, just before you left and conquered the world.
Yeah. Thank you, Omar, for having me. This is the first thing I would like to say. It's always great to share. I mean, to me, it's a privilege to share, to be able to share with some other people things that I learned hard way. Actually, I didn't have anybody, no mentors or anything like that, because I was not born. I was born in Slovenia. At that time, it was still Yugoslavia. So this is very, very, very long time ago. So I was born in a small city, capital, but it's a small city. It has 300,000 people, and the whole Slovenia has 2 million people. So it's
okay.
Often like it's like one city somewhere else on the world. So it was very, very small. Everything was very little, tiny community. Very nice people, everything, but. The thing those days that was still Yugoslavia and the socialism, and there was no really entrepreneurship there available. But I was very lucky, so I was not influenced by nobody around me to be entrepreneur. The most entrepreneur was my best friend's father, who was director of hotel. He was also co-owner, right? So this was the most entrepreneurial experience I had, and I knew that they are doing super well. They're very happy people. They have nice clothes, but I didn't understand anything about it. There is something like entrepreneurship or companies or something like this. But my brother was working in a bank. So on Fridays or Saturday nights, I was going with him sometimes. And bank was empty, and he was working in a computer center, doing the backups and all this stuff, and printing papers. They were at that time they were still sending papers at home. It was not digital. Nothing was digital. So I was there playing games, super old games like Wolfenstein 3D. And at that time there was no internet. There was BBS, and this was really the phone connection through other computer. It was just a phone, modem and a phone connection. So if you imagine in these times, this was maybe 90s, right? 91 maybe, or even less. Maybe it was maybe a few years later. It was maybe still in 80s, right? I was calling from the bank on expense of the bank to the London, the UK, with the phone, and this was ridiculously expensive at that time. And I was connected there to some computer, and then I was able to download games. So this is how I first came into the environment of this internet. So this is how I kind of expanded my local mind into internet. There is something else around there, right? On other side of our hill.
That's super early, even earlier than me. It's wow. It's a lot earlier.
I was very lucky. I was extremely lucky. I have to say this. I mean, I have to say, my brother, big thank you. That it was really awesome, right? To me, it was something really awesome. And I was the only one who was using BBS, of course, because nobody was using. I mean, they were using maybe a little BBS from this city to that city, But this was all very, very, very small thing. So this is how I slowly started using computers and programming a little bit. I was never good at programming, but I was at computers. This is my home. So I'm now. Then later I started with 18. I started my own software company beside university, first year of university. So it was so boring on university that with a friend we started a company. So we were doing a little bit of afternoon and some in between classes, some software. We were selling software. We were there repairing a little bit. Some friends' computers. They had like some like. They had like law office or something like this, notary or some other companies. They had computers, you know, they had like 10, 11 computers. So that was something to repair. So we were like this kind of starting our business.
That was beginning
of the 90s. First server.
Beginning of the 90s?
Yeah. This was the beginning of the 90s. Yeah, I was 18. So this was it was in the middle.
Okay.
At the end of 90s. Yeah, end of 90s.
Almost Yahoo times, good old Yahoo times, you know, when they're their search engine.
Yeah, this. Né? So then we started a software company. My friend, we had a company. So I was always with this kind of person, and he was software developer. So he was developing software, and I was person, marketing, talking to other people to sell this, that. On ClickBank, we were selling on ClickBank long time ago, our software. And it was recurring payment. It was really, it was advanced for that time. It was really cool. You know, you get a client from YouTube video, for example, and you just get another month again money. So this was really like a dream to me. So since always I was like this. I was never really in a real job. I was always having internet business, right? So the first one was this computer software, and then this kind of developed. And in e-commerce, of course, in 2013, when the amazing, that time it was Amazon selling machine, which was of course then renamed. Renamed into amazing, but this is how I started actually on Amazon. So 2 decades. This year is really 2 decades, 24 years since I am on internet earning money, and in between I was doing course of other things, like I was professor on university, but this was not like a real job. It was
more passion.
I don't know how to say it. You know, I was not like professor. Yeah, I mean, they needed somebody, and I was very well known there at university because I was always asking questions. You know, I was rubbing shoulders with professors. I was a known guy. I was not just coming to university to be there for a number. I was there for a reason, right? So they knew me, and they knew that I can teach the statistics because this was kind of data is my thing. So this was what I was doing. Kind of, I never applied for any job like this. They said, "Dan, would you teach this?" I said, "Okay." You know, I like to teach this data thing, statistics. This is my thing. I didn't know that time. I know now. But so I said yes. So this was really the only thing. The closest to the real job, right? In the real world, physical world, I had, right? Everything else is just virtual. So this is kind of my life. It's probably since those days. It's ingrained in my brain that virtual. This is a thing, and everything else is just travel for me. This is for me only, right?
I know. I mean, this is already wow. This is really good because. Especially because of your background, I didn't think about that, but you know, obviously I know because I grew up in Germany, have seen the Western Germany time, Eastern Germany time, so I know exactly what you're talking about, the Yugoslavia Eastern Bloc, you know. So obviously the mindset in that time is different than what we have now, with no internet, with limited resources, books, anything what is very important in order to develop is quite hard. So I can imagine what you went through and how amazing this must have been when you begin to call, for example, to the UK to download some games. You know, really, I didn't even know that existed. You know, at that time, even now, I don't know that it existed, that you could do that actually over the phone. I knew that you could order some stuff, some stupid stuff from the television, and order it and bring it home. Yes, I knew that one, but at that time frame to like download software is pretty amazing, you know. I mean, what did we play at that time? Some PlayStation, maybe in PlayStation 1 or something like that, you know, or even before that, you know. I think it was even before. It's I think we talk about Nintendo either, the old Nintendo at that time,
Nintendo. And before was Atari, right?
Wow, it's everything's so long. So yeah, it was an amazing time. I think this is a big opportunities were there. You know, I didn't jump on it directly to the internet, but yeah. So e-commerce wise, when did you touch first? When did you understand? Because Amazon, for example, was there already in, you know, 2001, 2002. You had already the possibility to buy. I bought myself, but I was never like thinking about in 2002 or 2001 or 2000 to sell something myself, because I didn't even understand how it worked. I just ordered, clicked the button, and something came. You know, that's everything I understood with through this strange connection, which you said, you know, with I don't even know how they called anymore, with the modem. Yeah. So this is how far I get back, like with the internet. So when you realized that you actually can sell stuff on the internet, was it before or only in 2013, like 10 years later?
No, this was 2013 was Amazon, right?
Okay,
2000. Yes. So when I was 18, this was before 2000. So this was before 2000, right? Already we were selling software, right? We were selling. We have I mean, that time getting a card provider to process your card payments online.
That was terrible. I know. With the order form and.
Yeah, that was crazy thing. That's why we went to the ClickBank, right? So ClickBank was processing this for us. They didn't ask you where you're from, are you black or white, are you from here or there. They just said, okay, if you comply with your software, blah blah blah. If you have these terms of
very easy.
service and policy and this stuff, so we complied with everything, and they say, okay, we will process your payment. So this is why we went to ClickBank, because it was extremely difficult to get somebody, especially in that time in Slovenia, right, to process your payments. Then another thing we were selling, we have online stores on Yahoo store. There was Yahoo. I believe it was called Yahoo store. So you could build a store, and it was super primitive, but it was working. People was coming, and PPC from Google, and they were processing these transactions for us. But so this is how we really started, right?
Does ClickBank still exist?
Yeah. ClickBank still
exists.
Yeah.
I need to look it up, you know, because this is super funny, you know. So old and still in business, you know.
They're doing very well.
Oh, okay, interesting. It's the first time I hear of them, but maybe when I see the logo, I will recognize them, you know. But yeah, that's super interesting. So this was, I mean, with the software, software is software, but like with physical products, when did you first touch on the physical products? I mean, and how did you get there?
2013. I have no clue how I found this webinar of AMS, right? How they're called? Amazon selling machine. It was that time.
Amazing. Yeah. I know. I forgot the name.
Yeah. So,
I think I had them in a podcast. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, that time they were just two guys. There was Matt, Clark, and Jason. Jason, what was it? Jason? So some Canadian. Jason is Canadian. Matt is from the Texas, Austin, and some conference they came together and they said, let's do this thing, right? So this is where I was ASM #1, I believe. I was the first version of their course, right?
Okay.
So this is how it started, and that time it was super easy, right? I created a label, you know, just by myself, and then somebody was doing the labeling and everything else, and then just sent to Amazon, and it was working super well. That was really awesome. so it was till 2015, 16, it was working just out of the box, no work required. It was like a, like a dream came true, right? And then of course
definitely.
people came in the game, and
regulations, because they have seen the potential and want some money. And now it's a really tricky game. It's are you still selling right now?
No, I'm not selling. Well, I have one brand. It's not my brand. We have together a joint partnership with another partner. But at the moment, we have only one brand. But the majority of the time, I really now spend for our agency, which was created actually at the same time, 2014. Quickly, a few months after, 2-3 months after opening the seller account, because I saw that. There was a big need to educate people. So I was that time consulting people. Then I also opened agency helping e-commerce businesses with all platforms, right? So we were like, any platform you want, we can do it for you, because we were. I mean, I'm in this internet advertising since ever, and it's Google, PPC, it's Bing, it doesn't matter. It's native ads. Everything, to me, everything is the same, right? It's a little bit different platform, a little different mentality, but that's really it, right? But then later, when we added Amazon DSP into the game, we saw something really clicked. Totally, the results were just incredible, because the platform is not open for everybody. You cannot join it like you can join on Facebook or on Google or everywhere else. You have to go through Amazon, and then you have, of course, some minimum spend and other terms. Sure. Or you go with some agency, and agencies. This platform, Amazon DSP, it's designed mainly for vendors. At least it was. And it was really closed for the bigger company, Nike, P&G, these kind of companies, Toyota, and where ad spend is not 100 per day, right? And the agencies, of course, they're charging percentage of the ad spend, and they're not interested in somebody who spends $300 per day, So they only take the cream. So very few people, very few agencies are first capable of finding results. Because it is extremely granular platform. There is no such platform on the planet. I have seen all kind of platforms, and no platform it's even half to the Amazon DSP, and it's getting even better.
That's interesting.
And it's not exaggeration. It's insane. It's insane. There is predefined 16,000 audiences of buyers, of people who are researching something. So this is not like, I was just looking today. I mean, it's my hobby, to go inside and see
data.
Here some. Data. This is my hobby. Really, I really do this for my hobby, and I have like 15-20 minutes free time. I go and see what is available, because obviously I cannot go through 16,000 audiences one by one. I would love to, but I can't. I just cannot. But so I just randomly go through, right? And then you see, I don't know, lifestyle people whose shopping activities indicate that they are interested in accounting books. Okay. If you sell like some accounting software or accounting course, let's say that you are a coach for accounting, do you think that this would be a good audience for you to sell your stuff? Obviously, right? It's just incredible. Or let's say that you are, here is another one, people who are currently owners of Hondas. This is very broad, like Hondas.
Yes.
But then you have also more narrow. Let's say that you sell, I don't know, we have all kind of clients, and they might sell, I don't know, car covers. We had previously car covers client, and then you can segment, right? You're advertising to Honda buyers, Honda owners, and you say car covers for Hondas. Then you find another audience for, I don't know, Suzuki, Maserati, whatever car, and you can segment everything like this. And this is 100% correct, because it's not some liking somebody or somebody saw post somebody. This is people who are really, these are transactions data, like through through MasterCard, through Visa, or these are third party Amazon has. Amazon has a lot of data, right? Amazon also buys data. They have their own data. You go on Amazon and you have, let's say that you have, I don't know, Mercedes, I don't know, S, and then you start, Amazon knows that you have Mercedes S because you have selected, so they know, right? It's almost sure. And Amazon, they sells you this data to an advertiser, us, or some other agency. And if you sell something to the S owner, you can target this audience, right? So this is very accurate. And it's almost scary how granular can really go with this, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. Amazon DSP is closed platform. You cannot just jump on it and start using it and abuse it like all other platforms. Unfortunately, it's like that, right? So the results are really insane, right? So
in your company is actually providing the software and the services, correct?
We are agency, and we do advertising only for Amazon FBA sellers and nothing else. So this is then what we specialized in 2017 when we saw the Amazon DSP results. We dropped all other platforms like native ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, everything, YouTube ads, everything gone. Only DSP. Now, of course, Amazon DSP is very early stage, so there is no tools or anything available. So we developed our own in-house software to optimize these things and test.
That's what I mean, actually.
Yeah. So we use this for as our internal tool to provide results to our customers, clients.
Okay. So is there but is there any plan, like, because you said it's very early stage, is there any plan that you will push this, that you develop this software more and maybe give it to the clients? I mean, if it makes sense, because obviously this is your gold nugget, you know, this is your data tool. And
yeah, it's our advantage. Yeah, it's our advantage in front of any other agency, right? So they're welcome to develop their own one. Otherwise, it's not available. I said, right, you cannot go and buy it. There is a ton of tools to optimize.
I think that is amazing. I think that is amazing because this is your strength. This is what you can do. So this is actually a to-do for you service. So you're literally, because there is many softwares out there you buy and then you need to do this on your own. But actually, you will do this with the customers, which is very important, because DSP, like you said, is not very easy. It's very complicated.
No, it is. It really is. It's so much data. It's like an aeroplane, and if you don't know what to do with these buttons, you cannot fly an aeroplane. You just cannot. You know, I can give you an airplane, but you cannot fly it. It's just over. I mean, nobody should really bother with this. You know,
exactly. That's what I'm always saying.
Her or his own, you know. So yeah, so we do everything for the client. So client says, I would like to have good ROI. Okay, let's optimize for ROI. Or they say, I would like to break even and scale as much as possible. Okay, we will do this. So based on this, then we define parameters in our software, and the software then does all the time, you know, looking every hour at data, what's going on, ads, and optimize for our goals, right? And the client really gets only report. We put them on the video if they want to see how it looks like, because there is no access. There is no access for Amazon DSP, has no access for clients. Amazon didn't create it because it's not designed this way. So this is what we then really do, right? So we just share with clients. Look, we do this. Of course, we explain them what we will do. So it's a black box. They know what's going on, right? But they cannot log in every single hour and check how many clicks they got. This is not right. This is not. So
yes, sure. I mean, for me, it's really great that you guys provide the service, you know, because I know there is agencies who provide DSP out there, and every single one of them, they have their own specialty, and I really like to point this out because all of them know what they do, but for yourself, you created another way. You created a software behind it, and can even go deeper. You don't have to manually go in there. I mean, obviously you have your data, and with the data, you obviously can then say what is good, what is bad within the DSP software. But what I think, because it's such an early stage, at some point you will be, they will give access to Amazon sellers, but this will not mean that companies like yours don't have anything to do anymore, because we have seen this in PPC. There's plenty companies which provide access, but still people don't know how to do it, you know. And I'm not a PPC person. I like it, I understand it, but I don't. I mean, I understand it, but I don't like it. I don't like to play with it, you know. I'm not that type of number person. So I think to leave it to the companies who actually really can do it is the best, because I know plenty of sellers which are sitting there and trying to really do this on their own. They spend hours and hours, you know, CEOs which, you know, should do something else. And this is always the message that I'm giving, to really try get companies out. There's enough agencies out there which actually can help with PPC, listing optimization, anything out there, you know, driving traffic from outside to the listing, anything what you need. You're not on your own, you know. There's many companies out there which can help. And in order to scale a business anyway, you need to try to optimize your time correctly. So that's why I'm saying your company is definitely a very good way to increase your sales and to understand the platform better. What is actually the exact name of your company? We will put it here under the video. You know, I will put it in sometimes when it will blink up when the video is playing.
Yeah, it's theboost.social.com. Theboost.social.com. Yeah. Okay. It's very basic website. It's not really. We just tell what we do. We are a DSP agency, and
that's the most important. You know, most important.
Yeah, there is a contact, and then you can contact us.
Actually, I really like your page.
We are now preparing some material. Yeah. Oh, thank you. We are now preparing some case studies, so we can give people some insight into what kind of results really you could get, or somebody got. Really, it's not some hypothetical result. It's a real campaign, real account, real money being spent. And there was once one supplement brand. It was ROAS over 60. It was about 60,000 ad spend, and we sold for $1 million, a little bit more than $1 million of products, right? So ROAS was around 16. So you invest $1, you get $60 out, and this is because of the structure of campaign, because it's a specific product, right? It's a replenishable product. So we with marketing. This goes back to my statistics days, data days, right? My brain thinks this way. If I have product, they should buy again. I have to, first of all, give them a reason to buy again. So I have to have good product. I have to have good customer service. I have to provide them additional value, not just give them product. I need to provide them some value, right? How to use it, to tell them more about it, because probably if people buy some supplement, they buy it for a reason. They don't buy it just because they are hungry, right? This is something else. Like you buy potato, bread if you're hungry, but supplements you don't buy because of you're hungry, because you need some specific need. Like, I don't know, I need some minerals, some protein, or whatever you need, right? And if you educate your customers around your product wider than just product, definitely appreciate it, because so educate them. Then you can, through this education, you can show them then other products which could as well help them. And because they trust you, because they see that you give them value, you didn't ask for anything. You just give them value. They understand. These people are real ones. This is the real company. I want to try that one. And with marketing, then as you structure campaigns and all these things, you show them other products at the right time, and then this is how you increase your average customer value, right? We have customers who bought more than 400 times. you know. And it's not only one. There are more. There are hundreds and thousands of these, right? So all kind of stuff, right? So it is very important that you really when you do marketing, you do it for people, not for you. If you do it for people, people will give you will hand you over money. This is no question, right? Because they see that you want to help them, not just get a sale, right? And this is how you can really create $16 out of $1, which is usually not happening on internet, right?
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing, you know. Yeah,
this is overall, right? This is not even one little teeny tiny one product, right? This is overall. This is over 2 years of results, right?
Yeah, understand. I mean, it's that's pretty amazing results, and it speaks. But the thing is as well, everything needs to work together, you know, because what people think, they invest in PPC or in DSP, but they don't invest in their marketing, they don't invest in their blogs, they don't invest in any outside traffic sources, and then they think, okay, they can make money and blame it all on the one agency where the PPC didn't work out or don't work enough. But it's not working like that, you know. It's just another trigger where we can go faster, you know. So, but we need to have all these buttons down in order to go at full speeds, in order to do the best performance. So this is really right now a highly professional game, and I'm trying to make everyone understand this all the time. That it's not anymore. We're not anymore 2013, 2014, where we can drive on autopilot. This is now really serious business. There's companies out there who have hundreds of employees. They are professionally trained. There's companies hiring agencies left and right. So the smaller sellers right now are very in difficulties. Maybe some of them not, because there are some very, very niche products which we might even oversee, you know. But I mean, when we go main sellers are in trouble right now. So, and the message that I'm always giving out there, to try to get to agencies, have a budget ready, get funds, or get something rolling in order to make your business bigger.
And this is 100% correct. This is 100% correct. So everything works with everything hand in hand. Nothing lives in vacuum. Only this or only that. It's not like this. Everything is like, it's like ecosystem, right? It's like ecosystem. The bird is the worm, and the worm is the leaf, and so on, right? I'm from natural sciences, so this is
okay. Well, this would be another podcast, you know. That's super. That's really interesting as well. Really interesting as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, like, PPC is one piece of the game. Amazon DSP is one piece of the game. I mean, we should probably have additional 3 podcasts, or maybe create a mini course.
I think so. We should have like a little series. This was the first one, and the next one we get more technical. I think this would be a good idea. You know,
definitely could. We could definitely do this, or we could just make some special resources only for your listeners who would opt in, for example, and say, I would like to raise hand and say, I would like this, because these things.
I think for DSP is very. Let's make a life out of it. Let's make a life out of it. I think
we can absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So people can ask on the fly things, because it is. I mean, there is so many things here. What you can do with this Amazon DSP, it's just mind blowing. After years, so since 2017, I'm still blown away every single time I open the platform. But anyway, let's go back to the Amazon ecosystem. So your company, you're working on listing. What I always, when we take our client, we take a look at the listing. What we do first, we say, look, your listing, you have to take a look at this, at that, at this, and that. We cannot perform. I mean, we can perform often very good because the platform is so strong. But we could perform better if you would have a better listing. So go please and optimize listing. This is what we do almost in all cases. No joke. Listing could be better. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. it's not about the blame
Most of the
game.
times it is bad. We need to be like straightforward. You know, it's most of the times people don't know how to do it. It's an algorithm, and they don't know how the algorithm works. So, and we need to feed the algorithm in order to get good results. So it's you know, and doing it on your own would result in maybe only 20% of the whole sales what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, the seller is lucky. I was a seller. I am still a seller. So it's not something personal or anything, right? But if somebody is willing to tell you something, you should listen. I didn't say that you should take every single advice, like, you know, some guru say something and you go and TikTok now because that guru said TikTok ads are now the thing, right? I don't say, this is a professional game, and
exactly
everything is important. PPC is important, like using some new things like Google Ads or some other ads or Amazon DSP ads, or taking good care of your listing, testing all the time, everything. Amazon gives now a lot of abilities for free. Testing, we do test a lot. I all time push our clients to test, and they don't want to because it's difficult to all time think about what you should test. But it is extremely important, right?
Definitely.
Test all the time. Something you have to test something, right? And you will be always having advantage in front of everybody else, because for everybody is difficult, right? And if you can go, it's difficult, you know.
Nobody really figured it out, you know. If not, everyone would be a millionaire, you know. That's the thing.
Exactly. So it's difficult. It's tedious, right? So listing, for example, this is one very important thing for images or text or EBC.
All of this together. All of this together.
So if you
Sure. Sorry to interrupt you. I just have another question for you as well. When, for example, as an entrepreneur, what would be your message to the world, you know, as an entrepreneur right now, to anyone who wants to open a business or who is in a business and is in the same mindset?
I would say, I would probably, if I would have to choose only one thing, it would probably be to be first clear about yourself. What do you want? For example, I always knew this is a thing, you know. It's not somebody told you or read in book or you learned on your memory some song, or it's a thing you know deep inside. For example, when you walk, you know that next step will not fall through the ground. You know it. It's inside you, right? It's a ridiculous example, but it's the feeling, the conviction you have on this level. So I knew that I will live where are palm trees and beach, because I was not born on beach, sandy beach and palm trees.
Same for me.
And I knew that I will do some big things. This is what I always knew. So I don't consider that I'm doing big things, but I do live for 10 years.
Maybe not yet.
Well,
maybe not yet.
Maybe not yet. Yeah, but I do live on the beach with palm trees, and it just happened. So this is the thing I would say. First, you need to know what do you really want, what you can do every single day of your life, the end of your life, without getting bored. When you know this, then you will figure out ways how to get there. But this is the first thing you need to know. What do you want, right? Not what your neighbor said or grandma or teacher in school. What do you really want? What you would like to do every single day. And this is what I can do every single day. I can every single day walk under the palm trees on the beach. I can do it every single day.
That's already beautiful.
Yeah. So, and then the next thing, the next step really, step 2 is do it no matter what. Raining, shining, sun shining, or whatever it is. You break your business, something collapses, your account gets suspended. It doesn't matter, because you know with the same conviction that you have to do this, otherwise you will never be really happy, right? I would never be happy if I would not move to the beach and to the palm trees here in Spain from rainy, cold Slovenia. I would never be happy there. I love to go there vacations. I love to go vacations, all kinds of places, big cities, small cities, polluted cities, a lot of traffic cities. But there are things where I like to live forever, which is like here, right? And never give up, really, never give up, never sell your dreams for cheap because somebody said something. And you will be able to persist if you know what do you really want. If you don't know what do you really want, you will be tempted by somebody else's opinion or suggestions to do something else or go somewhere else. But in my example, I always knew that this is what I will do. I had no clue that this will really happen. It was just something inside, like very deep inside. And then you will find ways. When you make first step, then you will make another step, and then you will make another step. So you will on the fly. Life is not a sure game, right? It's a very tricky game, very moving, like walking on the wooden pieces on the water. It's like this. It's all time shaky. It's never fixed, wobbly, yeah. Never solid, never the same. It's always shaky, always. So everything what you will do in life will be always on the fly. It will be never predicted, right? But if you know which direction you are going, you just look toward this direction. Of course, you should always look where you walk as well, right? So you change a little bit the perspective. I'm stepping here, so I don't fall there somewhere down on the mountain, but I know that I'm going there. So if you know what you want and you just never stop, you will find your way there where you decided. But you know that you will be really happy. But again, this is not coming from outside. It's coming from you. What do you really want? Exactly. Right? Yeah. So just do it step by step on the fly and trust that it will work for you. And I promise you it will work for you. If you do it this way, it will work for you. You can come back and say it didn't work. It will not happen. It will work. There is no questions. No questions. It works.
I think this is a very good explanation, and I think exactly the same. And it's super important, that you have your goals and you know exactly where you're going. And what I said before, I don't even know if you're doing big things, because you do actually big things, with your work already, because you're changing people's lives. Because I was a little bit wrong. I took a wrong phrasing there, that's why I wanted to correct myself. I believe that with your expertise, with your software, you are actually helping a lot of people. And this is already doing big things, because this is our ultimate goal as entrepreneurs, to help people getting better in what they do, and to provide our expertise and our experience to make their lives better. And this is how we actually live as entrepreneurs. So yeah, just to put this in quickly.
Yeah, I mean, there is always a way to help more people, right? Again, if this is your focus, this is my focus, right? How can I help more people?
Exactly.
At least on this level, I'm capable now, or our company is capable now. Of course, we would like to increase the level of our impact, but also increase the magnitude of our impact. So how we can get to more people. So when I say doing big things, I believe I will never be able to say for myself that I'm doing big things, no matter what will be, because there is always a possibility to do more. So I don't look, true. I cannot see, So whatever you should not enough.
You should not look too far.
You're criticizing yourself. It's not like this. But
exactly. Very good.
You can do better. You can do more.
Very good.
That's why I'm saying I don't think, I will never think, right? I'm doing now. This is enough. This will just not happen, because there is 8 billion people on the planet. A lot of them have issues, or would like to have, I don't know, business or whatever. So even if you're like, I don't know, superstar Tony Robbins, you still reach only so many millions. You don't reach anything. If you take a look, 8 billion people, you have no reach, really, compared to 8 billion. You know what I mean? Sure. It's never ending story. But
yeah, just trying
it's
to
not
do
that I feel
our
bad
best.
about this. This is
I just, what I'm always saying is just be better than yesterday, you know, and this is already progress.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dejan. Like I said, we need to do another podcast, maybe a bit more technical, but because I think DSP, many people are interested in it. Many people want to understand more, and as well the services you provide a little bit more in detail, and how it will be possible for your company to increase the sales of so many sellers which are struggling right now. I think it will be a good next podcast to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
For the time. Okay, let's take it. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.